Hello there and welcome back to Nathan's Garage. Thank you for supporting the channel and coming back. This video is going to be a bitty one. It's going to be all over the place. I'm getting to the point in the build where I have certain, obviously, space issues and the vehicle has to be running so I can turn it around 100% of the time. And when it's down, it can only be down for a minute. And I'm having to kind of go all over the place to just find things to work on because I have no steering column in it and I chopped the Crown Vic one up and cut all the mounts out. So it ain't going back in. And because I thought it was going to work, ain't going to work. So we're waiting for that, and that's going to be next Wednesday. This is now Friday, so that's going to be a while. We do have things to do and we are working around those things. One of those things I want to do is that TIG welder right there. I really want to play with it. And I'm kind of running out of space. I'm gaining good tools that I need, which will serve me well moving forward, but they're taking up space. I haven't fully filled that yet. That's going to happen soon. But those there, I'm hoping, are going to go right around there when I've cleaned them. So that's what I'm going to do. And there it is. Yeah, I didn't film the washing, but it's just washing. It was kind of good though. It was very, 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 very fulfilling, I have to admit. That gets that. So I can now walk into this corner and have access to battery chargers and all that kind of stuff. And then the next one, like a few of you guys have said, is these two. They're getting stacked. Right there. Get me some more room. Right, as far as I know, the bits that I added are the same, but there is a variable. Let's hope what Ford did creates less of a variable. So I'm going to go from that hole to that top and then vice versa. Let's see where we're at with that. Pick a point, any point will do. I want to ideally go to that point. So that is, let's say, what is the one in between 62 1/4 and 62 1/2? Is that 3/8? It's that one anyway. Yeah, so this bedside is that's in between 62 1/2 and 62 3/4. So basically half an inch. This one is half an inch out. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing then today. I remember when I did this, the bedside was super pushed in and it was the first cut that I'd done in a long time on a bed. And I was not in a good place mentally, so my patience wasn't great. Thus, you get a happening like that where you've got a kink here in. So I reckon we're gonna probably slice there all the way over to the inner skin as well. Probably take the inner skin further down, V this a little bit, and then put a piece of steel here, clamped, kind of like C-clamped all the way along. See if we can get that arrow straight. Let's see if that creates any kind of weird, kind of like twisting this way of this bedside. If this bedside's still over, I'm gonna do my wheel to fender, see where that is, because that was really close right now. Just thought, I think I can do another cross measurement. I think I can go from maybe some point down here to this stake pocket, because with all the abuse the outside has taken, I think the stake pocket will have taken less. Let's hope. see if I can find some cross measurements to do to the stake pocket. Oh, you bugger. Okay, bigger measure. Got a fancy mushroom coffee and Stanley. We're set up. Okay, so we are at, if we're in line with the corner of the stake pocket, we are 77.25 at the bed edge, or 77 1/8 at the bed edge. Okay. Ow. This is early. This is really early. Okay, it looks like the bed is square up until the stake pocket. So, cross measuring from Vic frame, that hole down there, to that stake pocket, same, both sides. So, straightening this bedside here obviously isn't going to make a difference to that position. It seems from there to here, it's where stuff starts to go awry. Now that bed looks straight. This back joint here, sorry, the back joint. That one looks like it kinks in slightly. What am I doing to myself? Jesus. Something's been playing on my mind. Now, Cal, who should probably be known as Cal the Recycler because we're recycling everything, has these seats in. Now, I wonder what is kind of like in the back here and what we could make to get me another 6 inches back in the cab. Now, the driver's seat is in, but the passenger seat is in the garden. Just for a second, I fancy having a little chopperoonie with the seat because there's slightly less pressure in doing that than trying to figure out what's wrong with the bed, ultimately. So I'm going to go in the garden and chop the back of the seat up and see what's in there. As you can see, this has been in exterior storage for 2 to 3 years as well. Have 2 knives, have seat investigation. See, so if anybody was wondering, I'm quite sure what is inside an electric Crown Vic seat. Quite sure it's a very popular term. Oh, one cover. Ah, there's some dust relocation specialists across the way. airbag. I like it. I do. I'm gonna go do it in the truck now. This actually has a couple of extra things. Look at that, like an air bladder. Has it got like an air pump or something in it? That's crazy. Some kind of like lower back, lumbar, blah, 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 blah. Well, now you know. So I reckon I'm gonna have a bit of a chopperoonie right there. And then that will start to go back under. Now, in the event of a rear end, traumatic brain injury, 100%. 100%. But we may get some leg room. You know, priorities. I was going to cut that with the angle grinder. Then I realised and remembered Life-tastic got me this for Christmas. Mini Sawzall. Game on, baby. Suppose I better keep the box, see how fast I break it. Okay, I have some new ones, but this is a small job. I think there's a definite offshoot for Nathan's Garage's custom seats. This has gone very, very well. So I chopped the top off so it went under that lip. Now, that lip I think is just there to cover the tank. So chances are this is going. So it gets a bit more room. You just go straight down, like cut it there, and then just go straight down. Yeah, I'll have to use my finest metalwork skills to somehow make that look half decent, which is going to be a problem. Game on. Okay, I need my glasses on for this one. Okay, so I've done the slice at the top, as you can see there. And then it obviously closed up, so I sliced it again. So even with it straight, it's pretty even now. I wonder though, is it going to spring back? It's hard to tell, innit? It's hard to tell. Okay, what do we think? There's the join. That's pretty straight, isn't it? Okay, that's that. Okay, so I'm going to cross measure the base of this to that Crown Vic forward mount, not my leg, and then yeah, the base and the upper to see if it's lent. The bubble's not telling me much on the level. So cross measuring from that point that Ford made to that corner there is 61 inches on this side, 61.5 inches on that side. Now yesterday, the fender to tyre, or fender to rim, how far the fender was out, was even. God, it'd be so nice if we could just push it across. We could just push it across? Oh my God, winning. Next day, back out again. So we've straightened it. And I'm just disappearing at my own bum, really, over if the bed is straight at the back on measurement. So if I line up the A-pillar with the rain gutter behind, you can see it, the bedside just about disappears as they meet. You do it on this side, it looks the same, but then you walk to the back and it's just like, and so the fender to tyre depth is 5mm tighter on this side, but there's a big old smack there that may have pulled that in. Now I plan on taking those wheel arches out and probably just going straight across, because I think the tyre's going to hit it. So with that just being a single skin, I can just pull it out 5mm. Even if I am still fanning around with the actual final angle, which is, you know, still running around in my head, I may as well do the rear mounts, because I can just do them as a support for now underneath there, so it can slide if it needs to, and then make holes when I am ready. So I think what we're going to do is, I would like to have some, like, I don't know, 3x1, something like that, but I don't have it. So we're going to twin these up, probably about that long, stick them together, and then stick them on the bottom side of the chassis legs, because they're close to being in line. The amount they're out of line, I can make up with it just creates a really nice welding gap. Wife-tastic, killed it with this. I'd like a chop saw, but this, very good first step. Okay, now rust removal. When the cutting desks get really small, I usually use them for this, because you can just use them right down to nothing, because all you're doing is dragging them along the actual metal. So it's kind of like free, really. It's not costing you anything, because you probably throw those away anyway. So you get the idea. 4 of them, all cleaned up. Nearly the same length. They are, come on. I'm an artist. Right, so as I said, I'd like to have some 3x1 or 3x1.5, whatever this is, but I don't have any. So I'm going to just weld these, and then they'll just be a support for now. There won't be any holes in the weld is the frame. Definitely slower welding with this old thing, but my eyes are better. Welding thick metal is like going out for motocross practice and you're first out and it's a groomed track. You feel like a hero. It's great. Like I say, with this mask, it's a bit more sketchy to begin with, but my eyes are way happier. Power's a bit high, but it's fine. These are so heavy. Hospitality. Okay, so these things are so heavy that they could be ballast in a weight of a race car. And this is a race truck, right? Of course, every truck's a race truck. Right, they're in. Super simple. Just attack them for now, just in case something changes. And they're just a support, so the bed can slide. Height's good, level's good. But I'm not making holes in the back here because I'm just a bit gun shy right now. I've looked at this bed for so long that I can't really make a decision now, and I've had other people look and they come up with something different every time. So I'm just gonna let it percolate for a minute. And crazy thing, I think because this is near the end, near the garage door, it's more damp than further in the garage, and this started to rust. Wow. Yeah, so that's all that. Fun little project. See, that was kind of fun. Let's see what we'll make something. I fancy using these seats. I don't know why. And then when the steering column comes in, it's going to be more to the left. So this seat's going to have to come up and out because the Crown Vic seating position is more inboard, and the steering wheel on the C10 is more outboard. If I'm going to keep the base of the steering dash panel that I've cut out. That's that. But we're mobile for now. I'm really thinking about doing wiring tomorrow, just cab. So I don't usually take really much from the engine because I don't really do a lot modification in the engine wise. But here we've got like rear door coming out. We don't need that. We've got airbag. Don't need that. Just a bunch of stuff that we're not going to use. That it'd probably be a good time to pull it and fillet it. That may be tomorrow's job. Because then, easier to fit the steering wheel because there's less wiring in there. Not a lot less, but some less. Yeah. Okay, well, we made progress. This bed though, oh my God, this bed's like a banana. It really is. Partly my doing. Partly my not having very many patients cutting it up. But, you know, 30 years in the desert, probably on a different truck, has definitely taken its toll, shall we say. It's looking good though.